Leonhard Euler was one of the most influential mathematicians in history. Born in 1707 in Basel, Switzerland, Euler is remembered for his groundbreaking work in many fields of mathematics and science. Throughout his life, he contributed to areas such as number theory, geometry, calculus, and algebra. Euler's work continues to be vital in modern mathematics, and his discoveries are used by mathematicians and scientists around the world. He made significant contributions that have shaped how we understand math today, and his impact is still felt centuries after his death. Euler's creativity and persistence allowed him to solve difficult problems that had baffled others, and his ability to work through complex issues made him one of the greatest minds in the history of science. Euler's early life was shaped by his family's emphasis on education. His father was a pastor, and his mother also encouraged him to pursue learning. From a young age, Euler showed a remarkable talent for mathematics and problem-solving. He was encouraged by his parents to study in a variety of subjects, but he quickly focused on math. At the age of 13, Euler entered the University of Basel, where he began formal studies in mathematics and physics. Despite his youth, he was recognized by his professors as a prodigy, someone with incredible intellectual potential. After completing his studies at Basel, Euler moved to St. Petersburg, Russia, where he began his career as a mathematician. He would go on to spend much of his career working at the St. Petersburg Academy of Sciences, where his fame as a mathematician grew. Euler's brilliance quickly became clear, and his contributions to mathematics became well known throughout Europe. During his time in St. Petersburg, Euler solved problems in many different areas of mathematics. He worked on geometry, number theory, and algebra, and introduced many new concepts. One of Euler's most famous contributions was his formula for polyhedra, which relates the number of faces, edges, and vertices of a shape. This formula is known as Euler's polyhedron formula, and it is still taught to students today. Euler also made important discoveries about prime numbers, which are the building blocks of the number system. He studied how prime numbers behave and discovered many important relationships between them. These findings formed the basis for much of the study of number theory, a field that continues to be explored by mathematicians. Euler was also instrumental in the development of calculus, a field of mathematics that deals with change and motion. Although the fundamental ideas behind calculus were already known, Euler helped to refine and expand the methods used in the field. He worked on both integration and differentiation, the two primary operations in calculus, and made significant contributions to both. One of Euler's most famous achievements in calculus was the introduction of the constant e, which is used to describe exponential growth and decay. This constant is now a crucial element in many areas of mathematics, physics, and economics. Euler also worked on solving differential equations, which are equations that describe how quantities change over time. His work in this area is still central to many scientific fields, from physics to engineering. In addition to his work in mathematics, Euler also contributed to the study of physics. He applied his mathematical skills to problems in fluid mechanics, optics, and other areas of physics. Euler developed theories about the movement of fluids and how light travels through different media. His work in fluid dynamics, for example, helped to explain how water and air move and how their behavior can be predicted. In optics, Euler helped to understand how light behaves when it passes through lenses and mirrors, which has been vital for advances in technology like microscopes and telescopes. Euler was known for his clear and systematic approach to problem solving. His ability to break down complex problems into simpler parts made him an excellent teacher and researcher. He often found solutions that were not only correct, but also easy to understand, making his work accessible to many others in the scientific community. His influence in mathematics can be seen in the large number of terms, equations, and theorems that are named after him. For example, the Euler number E, Euler's formula, Euler's identity, and Euler's theorem are all fundamental concepts that remain important today. Euler's work on the Eulerian path, a concept in graph theory, has had a lasting effect on the study of networks and computer science. Many of these ideas are used in modern technology and help explain the behavior of complex systems. Despite his many successes, Euler faced a number of challenges in his life. In his later years, he began to lose his eyesight, which could have ended his career. However, Euler's dedication to mathematics was so strong that even after he went blind, he continued to work. He memorized the work he had already done and dictated his findings to assistants. This remarkable determination allowed him to continue making discoveries even without being able to see the pages he was working on. Euler's resilience and passion for mathematics inspired many of his contemporaries and continue to serve as a model for students and researchers today. Euler's time in Berlin was also important for his career. In the 1740s, Euler moved to Berlin, where he worked for Frederick the Great of Prussia. During his years in Berlin, Euler continued to make important contributions to mathematics, particularly in the field of number theory. He also worked on the theory of motion and the behavior of physical systems, providing a foundation for future research in physics. Euler's work during this time was highly regarded, and he became one of the most respected mathematicians in Europe. Euler's contributions were not limited to pure mathematics. He also made significant advances in applied mathematics. He was one of the first mathematicians to recognize the importance of functions and to treat them as objects of study in their own right. He developed a systematic way of dealing with these functions, and his ideas led to the creation of the modern theory of functions. Euler's work in this area helped shape the way mathematicians think about and use functions today. Euler passed away in 1783 at the age of 76, but his work has never been forgotten. He is remembered as one of the greatest mathematicians of all time, and his discoveries are still used by researchers in many fields. Euler's ideas continue to inspire new generations of mathematicians and scientists who work to build upon his achievements. His legacy lives on in the countless mathematical theories, formulas, and principles that bear his name. Many consider Euler's life to be a shining example of how one person's work can change the world for generations to come. Through his dedication, creativity, and intelligence, Euler became one of the most important figures in the history of mathematics. His contributions are not only important for mathematicians, but also for people in many other fields of study, such as physics, engineering, and computer science. Euler's ability to approach problems from different angles, think outside the box, and keep searching for answers despite challenges has made him a symbol of perseverance and brilliance. His work set the stage for many future breakthroughs in science and mathematics. Today, mathematicians continue to study Euler's work and find new ways to apply his theories to modern problems. He is considered a true pioneer in the world of mathematics, and his legacy will continue to inspire future generations. Leonhard Euler's life and work remain an extraordinary example of intellectual achievement and an enduring testament to the power of mathematics.